The old-fashioned peace sign. So Elena Jagoda, who is from the Bay Area, wrote that song, and I guess like the kids from camp or from her synagogue
They did.
just decided, but in sign language, this is the sign for peace. So you're kind of like, you're right, from our day, that was the peace sign, and it's been brought back, and you'll see the kids at camp and at Sunday school signing that way. Yeah. If you look on the Jewish calendar, you will see that this weekend has another name. It's called Shabbat Shekalim. Most of us think of tax day as April 15th. However, when the Holy Temple stood in Jerusalem, the annual tax known as Makazit HaShekel was due on the 1st of Nisan, and each Jew contributed an annual half shekel to the temple. The funds raised were primarily used to purchase cattle for the communal sacrifices and leftover monies for a variety of communal purposes, including providing salaries for the judges and maintenance of the temple, its vessels, and the city walls. 1 month earlier, on the 1st of Adar, the courts began posting reminders about this biblical obligation. Rosh Chodesh Adar began last night and ends tomorrow night, a 2-day observance. Some months have 2 days of Rosh Chodesh because the Jewish calendar is based on the lunar cycles, which are approximately 29.5 days long, and to average out the cycle, months alternate between 29 and 30 days. When a month is 30 days long, the last day of that month is considered part of Rosh Chodesh, along with the first day of the following month, resulting in 2 days of observance. Our Rosh Chodesh group meets on the Monday closest to Rosh Chodesh, so we will be on Zoom this coming Monday. In commemoration, the Shekalim is the first of 4 readings added during or immediately before the month of Adar. Torah reading of the Shabbat that falls on or before Adar, which would be tonight or tomorrow if we were reading Torah, is supplemented with the verses from Exodus that relate to God's commanding Moses regarding the first giving of a half shekel. The Shekalim Haftarah continues on that same theme, discussing the efforts of King Jehoshaphat, 9th century BCE, to earmark communal funds for the upkeep of the first holy temple. This is what the Torah tells us. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "When you take the sum of the children of Israel, according to their numbers, let each one give to the Lord an atonement for his soul. When they are counted, then there will be no plague among them when they are counted. This they shall give, everyone who goes through the counting, half a shekel according to the holy shekel. 20 gerahs equal 1 shekel. Half of such a shekel shall be the offering to the Lord. Everyone who goes through the counting from the age of 20 and upward shall give an offering to the Lord. The rich shall give no more, and the poor shall give no less than half a shekel, with which to give the offering to the Lord to atone for your souls. You shall take the silver of the atonements from the children of Israel and use it for the work of the tent of meeting. It shall be a remembrance for the children of Israel before the Lord to atone for your souls." In this Torah portion, the counting is anyone over the age of 20. It does not specify male or female, as do other countings in the Torah. At the very beginning of Numbers, God tells Moses to count all the males from the age of 20 and up who can serve in the army. In Parshat Pinchas, God again tells Moses in a very similar term to count only the men. The Shekalim reading is also related to the upcoming holiday of Purim. According to the Talmud, Haman's decree was averted in merit of this mitzvah. Let's hear some more boos. We too give commemorative half shekel to charity on the fast of Esther. On this Shabbat, we also read the Torah portion Terumah, meaning gifts or offerings. We read, God spoke to Moses, saying, "Tell the Israelite people to bring me gifts. You shall accept gifts for me from every person whose heart is so moved." And later in verse 8, we read, "Let them make me a sanctuary, that I might dwell within them." Depending on which English translation of Terumah is read, we question if it is every man or every person that is asked to bring gifts. We know that here at Temple Beth Torah for over 60 years, we have a history of inclusivity, Men and women have led our board of directors, served as education directors, and as clergy. Families in our congregation are diverse in their cultures, family structure, needs of individual family members, skills, and spiritual practices. We strive to include each other in our worship services, programs, Purim spiels, and other temple events. The instructions in Teruma for building the Mishkan, the sanctuary, is not just about setting up a camp, but creating a spiritual place. It took the combination of unique talents of the entire community of Israel to bring together that assortment of colorful yarns, fine linens, acacia wood, and animal skins, capitalizing on individuals' unique talents and contributions to build the Mishkan as God instructed. The diversity of talent and contributions meant that no one person could claim the making of the Mishkan was his or hers alone. The building project provided an integral communal link for the Israelites and their joint accomplishment and gave each of them a unique connection to the divine through specific role each one played in its creation. God's presence cannot be contained within the confines of a building any more than it can be within the walls of the tabernacle. Individuals find God in snow-capped mountain peaks, in roaring waves slapping the ocean, in the solitude of meditation, and the relief of a calming baby's fears. Individuals encounter God in many places, but the genius of a congregation is in its ability to invite divine presence to suffuse the entire community. Only a congregation whose hearts are joined by the desire to invite the divine into their realm can create a space where God may dwell among them. Individuals can and do find God anywhere, but it is the unique role of the congregation to bring God's presence into the community. May we here at Temple Beth Torah to continue to be inclusive, continue to study and learn together, continue to bring God's presence to the community, continue to share our joys and sorrows, and continue to share food and fun for many years together. King Yehi Ratzon.